Hi guys, I hope you're all well. This is my latest video, and this one is all about your menstruating on the new moon and what that means for you. Now, before I get into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers and followers. I'm really truly blessed and grateful that you have decided to follow my page, and for those of you that haven't and are listening to the videos, please feel free to, because every time I post new content and videos, you will get a notification of that. So thank you again. Now, this cycle, which is often referred to as well as a white moon cycle, now during a new moon, it is the time to set your intentions, and it's the start of the lunar cycle and a time of new beginnings. Now, it's often an inward pull that will be felt, and that invites you to look deep into your inner world and acknowledge your shadow side and your light side, and all that exists within. And a new moon takes place when the moon is directly between the earth and the sun, and therefore it's hidden. The dark energy of the new moon can feel intense, and especially for those who are more sensitive to energies, you will find that whether it's a full moon or a new moon, you will definitely feel more energies and sensitivity around that time. Now, you may feel drawn to time alone, meditation, or silence. And if you feel to reschedule plans, then honour your sacred bleed time. Go within and do what feels right for you. Now, if you bleed during this moon cycle, then you are definitely experiencing an inward call. So make space to let go of the old and all that is no longer serving you, and allow what you truly desire to manifest into your being. Whether that be a relationship, a career, or family, this is your time to birth new life into the world. And like we say, that doesn't literally have to be the physical new life of a being. That could be an idea or a project, whatever it is that feels right for you. And it's also an inward call to nourish yourself. So really focus on nourishing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And what's really interesting is in my latest new moon video that I've just done for the new moon in Pisces, the cow, which is the nourishment card in one of my decks, actually came up. So there was like a double message of that as well. And it is really important because so many of us get caught up in looking after others, putting others first, just busy with life, that we actually forget to take time to nourish ourselves. And that is in a physical way, yes, but also, like we say, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like, you have to look after yourself completely. So during this bleed time as well, your dreams will also be extra vivid and potent. So keep a notepad and pen next to your bed so you can write your dreams and anything that stands out and you remember. Because when you are bleeding, you literally have one foot in this realm and one in the spiritual realm, and the cosmos and the universe. So you will definitely be getting a lot of messages come through. And allow yourself to be still. Let your higher self and wisest self guide you, and set clear intentions for your cycle ahead. Now, what I've also done for you is, before I did this video, I asked my spirit team, from the highest good, the highest divine, the purest energy, I said, for the highest good of this video, what message do they have? And using my new deck, I've got the Sacred Cycles Oracle. I did pull a card, and the first one that came out, and I didn't know if I could upload this image because I was like, ooh, am I going to get in trouble? Because it's like the naked outline of a woman's body. So, and besides, my camera quality wasn't the best. But the card that actually came out, which was beautiful, was number 41, Menarche, if I've said that right. Apologies if I haven't. And now, this is a beautiful card, and it's basically a circle of women. And then there is a younger woman, or, you know, a girl in the middle, and she's surrounded by like rose petals. Now, what a Menarche ceremony is, now this is all about your first period. So this is a time for you guys to look back and think, wow, like, how did you feel around your first ever time you had a period? Or maybe there's going to be listeners that are coming on because maybe they're having their first period. I don't age restrict the videos because obviously like this energy stuff, and like stuff to do with your cycles and spiritual path and journey, I do believe that should be for all ages. And obviously girls can start menstruating at quite a young age as well, and I do feel that it's really important that they are like guided and cared for and welcomed in and like taught about their bodies, and how precious they are and how precious their bleed time is, and the cycles, the moon and the earth. It is so important. Now, the message with this card is the sacred rite of passage for menstruating cyclic bodies. So the Menarche is the first hormonal bleed, and it's an opportunity for celebration. This moment marks a transitional space towards greater sovereignty and independence. And this is a time of reclamation for you. For many, the experience of the menarche may have held a feeling of shame or secrecy. I mean, how many of us can relate to that? If this was true for you, you are now being invited to revisit this moment and meditate upon it, knowing all you do now. So many find, deep release and compassion by sharing stories about their first bleed with others. And I think on that note, it's really important that as women, we do talk more openly and honestly about our periods and our cycles, but also with the younger generation of women and younger girls that are going through puberty and that are growing up, and that we make that okay for them so there isn't so much of a taboo. I remember vaguely, and this is a good exercise because I think I need to go back over and remember some of this, and I just vaguely remember being in tears and hysterics on my bed telling my mom I'm getting these pains and we think my period is going to start. And it was all I could think of was it just felt like the worst time of my life, and I was so upset and depressed about it. And also I think it was that shame of you feel like you're the only one, and then it was oh my god, what am I going to do at school, or what, how am I going to go to the toilet, or how am I going to deal with this? And it was just the school environment was not set up for that. Do you know what I mean? And it was just that embarrassment factor, and oh god, are they, are the girls in the toilet going to hear me changing my pad, and what am I going to do? And it was just literally, it was having a meltdown. So I just thought I'd share that. But it is also with the message of this, it's you're being called to reflect on previous life adventures that perhaps you had hoped would be joyous that turned out to be less fulfilling than expected. And if you could go back and guide your younger self, what might it have looked like? And I think that's again a really important exercise. And what do you wish you would have experienced or understood at that time? Because now is your opportunity to gift yourself that alternative, whether through ceremony or gentle contemplation. Allow yourself to rewrite the script and change the lens through which you view your past experiences to create more peace and freedom. And a little journal prompt you could do is what do you remember about the experience and feelings surrounding your first bleed? Or how would you like to celebrate your first bleed when it arrives if you haven't got your period yet? So, and when they say ceremony, I just want to add to that basically a ceremony, that can be whatever that means for you. But for me, that would be literally a ceremony and a celebration. So in this image, you've got all the women around the younger girl, and they've got all the rose petals. You could incorporate, you could get a group of women together, or your friends or your family, and literally a circle of you, and share stories and experiences about your bleeds, your cycles, your first kind of cycle. You could put on some food, have flowers, earth elements around you, the candles, but that energy of all the women and girls being together is truly powerful. And I think that it really needs to be shared out into the world. So I hope that message is found helpful for you guys, and I hope it resonates with whoever is listening, and also whenever you listen to this video, because you might come across this video in 2 weeks or 3 months time, but I guarantee that message will be resonating for you at that point. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if you want to keep notified of new videos. I think there's like a notification button you can press as well, just so you don't miss them when I upload them. But thank you so much for your time, for listening. I'm so grateful to you all. Take care, guys. Bye.